consistently considered the strongest in like comparison to Obito.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
And
go to
even
most.
comparison to who's alive at that time.
What do you say? You cut out for the last part.
I said I'm gonna send all the scans.
Right.
Alright. I'm sending them scans.
For sure.
Then I'm gonna send the datable translation, and there's the translation for it. So basically, essentially, the first scan is basically there is no Shinobi alive today who is as powerful as the first Hokage. Senju told Hashirama. Obviously, Obito's alive. A note of narrative consistency is this data book. The data book just states that Uchiha, the strongest man of the Uchiha clan, is modern. So obviously, Obito's Uchiha. So again, consistencies.
Is that all?
I think I
So
sound better.
are you just trying to say he has like a higher? Well, I'll ask you what do you think.
I hear what you said. What?
Okay, what do you think strength means to start with? Like,
Strength?
I'm not agreeing to this, by the way. I'm just like, that's want to see what you. Yeah.
Within Naruto, I think it's obviously indicative of who can beat who.
Why do you think that?
Because most of the time when people state in Naruto that person is stronger than me, they're generally saying this person can beat me in a fight.
Yeah, can you show me like what like instances you're referring to?
Okay, let me go think of one. Let me just go think of one. Just think of one. Neji is stronger than I am, but with these gates, he says with the fifth gate, I'll be actually able to beat him. I think isn't that how the statement is? Can anybody fact check me? Isn't that what Lee states about Neji? Doesn't Lee directly state that Neji's stronger than him?
Yeah.
He says it just like that. Yeah, and obviously we know that Neji can beat Lee in a fight. He's not talking about he's fast.
Can you send it?
Okay. Does anyone have the scan where Neji's directly called stronger than Lee?
Yeah, I got it right
here. Right here. Well, I got this one. Basically, and it's even like used. I can use this as my argument too. They basically says, and I don't think you're the strongest Konoha Genin. The strongest junior ninja is a member of my own team, and I tend to take him down. So basically, he's basically saying that Neji is like the strongest person in Konoha, and we know that the only way he can. That's it in the scans, and we know the only way he can beat him is once he gets like a stat amplification. And can anyone else in it? I think isn't there another scan where Neji's just when Lee says Neji's stronger than I? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, I didn't know which one you were talking about, so I can send the other one if you want.
Yeah, you can send another one too.
Wait, is this the only scan? Just Lee saying that Neji is the strongest Genin?
Hold on, I think someone else is sending something else too. And right here. He's saying Neji's defense is more powerful than Gaara's. This is obviously in reference to him being able to it's obviously in reference to what he can do in a fight. I honestly probably can get other stuff too if I really wanted to. But in general, when someone says someone is stronger than me, it just makes the most sense that they're talking about them beating them in a fight. I really don't know what other factor would it matter, honestly.
Okay, let me see here. So you said because Lee thinks Neji is the strongest Genin, and then what?
Okay, that's further credence to my initial claim that I think within Naruto, or just within, I can just logically reason to why someone's saying that that person's stronger than me. It means that I think he could be better than physical stats. Yeah.
Wait, why does this mean that? Because what we're arguing over now, right, is what strength would mean within Naruto, and you're claiming you're saying it would mean that this person that is being held as the strongest should be able to beat the people they're being compared to.
Yeah,
right?
I do. Yeah, I think that if you're stronger than somebody, it makes more sense to say why you can beat them in a fight. That's the first assumption that should go to. The easiest.
I think it's
wait a minute. Wait a minute. The easiest. Huh? Who was talking just now? Okay, well, I'm saying the easiest assumption is the best. It's just easier to assume if someone's denouncing their strength comparative to others. Obviously, that other person can beat them in the fight. And essentially, how I sent the other scan, where it says, "quote unquote," there is no shinobi alive today who is as powerful as the first Hokage, Senju Hashirama. And then Madara says the same thing. Reflexes says, "None of you can even do anything to me but Hashirama." Do you want me to get that scan too? So they're literally using strength. Their first instance of them using the word powerful and strength is actually indicative of a fight. Let me go get that.
Okay. To address the scans, I'll just make an argument now. You're not seeing, because what we were initially arguing over is if being stronger than someone means if you'll beat them in a fight, right?
Yeah.
I think it's circumstantial, especially with Obito. As we know, let's say Obito's faster and then has a win con that isn't strength related. This can be his Kamui or something, and he would still have the ability to win this fight. So I don't think Madara just being stronger.
You said what?
Anything.
I didn't understand.
Did you not hear me?
No, can you repeat yourself?
Yeah, I think because what I'm saying is Madara can be. Let's say Madara is stronger than Obito, right? This doesn't mean he'll win the fight, as Obito can be faster and have a win con. That's not strength related. That's such as Kamui, right?
Yeah. I think obviously I might send this other scan based off what we just see right here. I might send it based off what we see right here, and also the Neji example is just good too. Based off what we see right here, we initially see that there's no other ninja as powerful as Hashirama alive. We obviously know that Madara at that time was not alive. Hold on. Yes, I already sent that. Then Madara says, "quote unquote," only Hashirama could stop me. So that it coincides with what I'm talking about. I just have more supporting evidence for you. Literally.
Okay.
You just have an argument, but I just have more supporting evidence within the series.
No, nothing you've seen alludes to the idea, except this last scan, right? This last scan is talking in past tense. Only Hashirama could ever stop me. Obito wasn't around at that time. This isn't in
my argument is not in reference.
The other scan. I do understand your argument.
That's about art. Well, you don't understand it. My argument's right then and there with that in reference to Obito. We're not even talking about Obito as complete arbitrary right now. We're just talking about if strength means you can beat someone in a fight within Naruto. So keep it to my argument. Obito has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. My argument is there is no ninja alive that is as powerful as Hashirama. That is basically saying there's nobody stronger. Hold on. No, it's not. Can I finish?
What?
They're saying that there's no one as strong as Hashirama. We then have a scan where there's a statement and there's another statement in that book where it says Madara is the strongest Uchiha, where it also states no one could stop me but Hashirama. That's more evidence giving credence to Hashirama's previous statement about him being more powerful than anybody alive. It's literally supporting evidence to each other. There's no way that you don't see that.
Okay, no, these don't relate to each other, right?
They do.
I'm gonna attack the Kabuto scan first of all. So you're saying, if you do we want to agree on a definition of strength, and then we can get into the entailments of it?
No, I think strength. Again, I think there's different contexts with strength, right? I think if someone's saying that this person is more powerful or this person is more stronger than me, that means that I can beat. That means they can beat me. Again, that's why I gave the Lee and
yeah, you gave two examples. Wait, first for
two examples so far.
Wait. I gave Neji and Lee example. When does it say that Lee can't defeat Neji?
That's literally what's implied. We know that. That's circular. Wait a minute. We know that Lee says I can only beat him in this using this certain technique, this, that, and the third. We know that he can beat him because he would get a stat amplification of speed and AP that would allow him to be above the level that Neji's at. Literally.
Okay, that doesn't support your initial claim because it does. Is if someone is stated stronger than someone, this means they can beat them in a fight. Then Lee states Neji is more powerful than him, but Lee can beat Neji with
I mean, that's completely arbitrary though, because we just know that Fifth Gate Lee is stronger than Neji, stronger and faster than Neji.
Stronger and faster than Neji.
Yeah, we just know that. Do you want me to give furthermore proof to why Fifth Gate Lee would be?
I don't care. This isn't supporting what you're saying.
Yeah, Lee. This statement's obviously probably in reference to base Lee. Let's say that. Then Lee state.
I can not be in reference
I'm going to give evidence to, because we know there's a form. Wait, hold on, Weka. We know there's a form that amplifies your stats and speed, right? We know there's a form that amplifies your AP and speed, and that's when he only says he can beat Neji. That means at that point in time that Lee is stronger than Neji. Do you want me to show you that?
He can him like just receiving a stat increase from the gates doesn't mean that he's now beating like Neji. Okay,
that's exactly what that means. That's exactly what that means. That's literally what that means.
You agree gates and speed, right?
They amp speed. Hold on, they amp speed and AP. It's directly stated in this form he can beat Neji. If he's saying that Neji is currently the strongest, right? Because it's implied that he's probably never did this before. That's what he says, I'm trying to see my power out. It's actually he doesn't know at this time. But what he previously knows is that Neji is stronger than him and can beat him in the fight. It's furthermore supported because Neji stated to have an absolute defense, right? Then he would get a form that allows him to stack AP and more speed onto each other. That would put him, will give, again, more credence to the idea that he'd be stronger and faster than Neji. That's just logical reasoning. I can't beat you. Now there's a form where I get an AP and stat speed amp. Now I can beat you. It's not that hard to understand.
Okay, so you're saying like on the basis of the Kabuto statement, and then this supporting that, would it allude that would mean Madara could defeat Obito?
Okay, I don't know why you're trying to oversimplify. I don't know why you're trying to oversimplify it. That's really a grand oversimplification of my argument, right? My argument is essentially this. Kabuto states there's nobody alive that can beat Hashirama. The data book states that Madara is the strongest Uchiha. We know that Madara can beat Hashirama. We know that he can match him. We know that this statement can be used in conjunction with each other because no one is powerful enough to beat him. I think strength within Naruto can be used, especially in the context of this person is stronger than me, which I gave the Lee statement as furthermore evidence to my argument. I think it's completely fine. You just have, your skepticism just doesn't work all the time when I have a direct.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'll say, like, for the examples that you gave in support of this, are you going to try and say that it's consistent?
I really don't.
Because if you're just showing a few minor examples, these can be isolated examples.
I'm not going to send you 7. I'm not going to send you 7 examples when you didn't send me any contradiction.
I think to like show that this is consistent, you would have to show like
No, I wouldn't. I'll explain why. I'm affirming something. I said this is just shown within Naruto. I gave you an example when it's shown. I can bring that back to my initial example. You don't have any contradictory examples. I ain't seen no scans confirming it yet. So my 2 pieces of evidence is already stronger than you're just a skepticism. You're skeptical. Hold on. I'm not gonna hold on, Weka. It's not needed for me to send 6 or 7 scans when I've already sent 2 or 3 that supports what I'm saying. I have my reasoning on top of that. I'm not gonna keep going through a scan collage. Like, it's not that hard to understand. Your skepticism just doesn't override these 2 scans.
To show consistency, you would have to do that.
No.
These can be isolated examples from what's generally true.
I literally wouldn't need to do that. I said I can give
as well when like bringing this up. This is generally the case with these scans.
My argument is, right, I have 2 examples. My argument is within Naruto, being called strong can be indicative of you being able to beat somebody in a fight. I gave the Madara and Kabuto and Hashirama one. Then, for supporting evidence, I gave the Lee one. I'm not going to send you 2 to 3 to 4 more when I have 2 already strong pieces of evidence that you have not defeated yet. You keep giving me skepticism, baseless skepticism that's just not working. Just because you want more proof, I think I established my claim already. I do not think you defeated anything I said. The skepticism just did not work. It's not that hard to understand. I'm not going to send you 7 more scans if I think my scans already got the job done. Especially when you don't have an argument to contradict what I say. Literally, you don't have any contradiction to what I'm talking about.
Okay, the only example you've showed in support is one. Like, you can think that that's enough, but I explained why this doesn't show a consistency.
I
That this
sent
is
two.
generally the case. You see, okay, you
I
seen
show
two
I show
examples of
I
one
showed
that
two I
like
showed
being
two ex- I showed
stronger.
two exam I showed two examples literally.
Oh, okay.
I
How
did.
does that change my claim that to bring up a consistency or something, or to show something to be generally true, you would need a preponderance of evidence over the contrary?
Do you know what preponderance of evidence means within a debate?
Yeah, yeah.
What is a preponderance of evidence?
When you have
Evidence that's
like
more than hold on, hold on. Do you
more
know,
than
the regular? Do you know like the hold on? I don't mean to cut you off, but do you know the base definition of what preponderance of evidence means within a debate?
it would just mean you have like more than 50, like higher
No. More than
pieces of
50%. More
evidence.
than
Like I don't
50%.
know.
If I send one scan, that's 50%. If I send another one, that'd be more percentage upon that 50. How many scans have you sent? None. So that's
Okay, wait.
already hold on. So that's already
Okay,
hold on. Oh, wait. That's already preponderance upon my argument. Two preponderances among my initial argument with you sent no scans. Unless you think you're a fucking debate god, your skepticism does not go against this preponderance. I do not need to send 3, 4, or 5, even more, because my evidence right now is already enough used for preponderance of evidence. Preponderance of evidence does not. You don't need a quantifiable number to achieve a preponderance. You just need to have more than 50%. The initial claim would just be, I guess, 0%. The first scan I sent would be like 50. Then I sent another one, which would be another 50. You sent no scans, literally. So I think I've literally like won this point. So do you just want to go to conclusions on this?
No. I'm gonna go back to like the fundamental body arguments, the initial scans. For the like first scans to say that compared to Obito, Madara would be stronger. The Kabuto statement and the Madara statement.
What?
The,
What
the,
did you just say?
okay, so the initial body argument is that Madara is stated to be stronger. Is that what you're using?
I said it's consistently illustrated and
No,
portrayed to
no.
be stronger.
Yeah, you're using what scans? That's what I'm asking. Like, what are the
There is no
fundamental?
shinobi alive today who is as powerful as the first Hokage. Obviously, Madara is not alive in the general sense. Then it's stated Madara is the only one that can stop Hashirama, and vice versa. The data book one says that strength is power to control life or death. Together with Senju, they were called legendary shinobi. The strongest man of the Uchiha clan is Madara.
Okay, for the Kabuto stuff, right? Can you demonstrate Kabuto having like a accurate level of knowledge on Obito's strength?
Yeah, he does.
Why?
Obito, yeah, he does. They have an interaction, and then Obito says, "What if I refuse?" What's the nigga name? He
Kabuto?
pulls out the Akatsuki. Obito says they're not a problem. He still's gonna fight him. He pulls out Madara. Obito gets scared. Do you have
Yeah,
do you have that scan?
wait, why do you think Orange Mask is as strong as White Mask?
You
That's not
said
my
what?
character. Why do you think
He's not.
Orange Mask
I don't think he's an orange mask when that interaction happens. He's
he
like,
was in the Akatsuki interaction, he's an Orange Mask. I can go get it if you want.
I don't think he's an orange mask.
Do you want me to go show you it?
But
Yeah.
That shit is cap as hell. What the fuck?
what mask is he in?
He's an Orange Mask.
That shit definitely. I ain't even gonna say nothing, bro.
Like I don't have the manga scan on me, but if you're fine with the anime, like you can clearly see he's an Orange Mask.
You just go get the manga scan. Can anyone just fact check?
Look, just look.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit was not orange, gang.
Oh, it's not orange.
It is
Fact check what? Wait, what are y'all talking about?
When
Kabuto
Kabuto
Obito was an Orange Mask.
hold on. When Kabuto pulls out Madara, and then you said what? And then Obito's like, he's like they're about to fight.
I thought it was Orange Mask.
It is.
Oh, you talking about when the Edo Tensei? Oh yeah, that one's orange mask. My bad.
Yeah, because then
I'm talking about
white mask
I'm talking about when they have the other interaction.
Which one?
I'll just tell you when White Mask is presented. It's when he gets the Edo Jinchuriki.
Yeah, that's
before that it was
which is after that conversation with Kabuto.
Okay, and then that time period, between that time period, does he fight Konan, or did he already fight Konan?
He fights Konan
He had already
after.
fought Conan.
I found the chapter.
Yeah.
I found the chapter.
He already fought Conan at that time.
No,
He
he
just
fights Konohana. He fights Konan after meeting up with Kabuto. I found the manga scan. I'll show you. Just peep scans.
Hold on, let me go. Let me just go. I'm looking at it right now.
I sent them in scans. Just look.
Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
He fights Konan at like 510. This is at 490. There's a 20 chapter difference. He's in Orange Mask when he pulls up.
He fights Conan. He fights Conan 510, and then when does he have his interaction with Obito?
510. Kabuto and Obito interact with the Akatsuki at 490.
Okay.
Yeah, 510 is
I
already
sent the
fighting
scans.
Conan,
I sent the
so
scans.
Conan is after.
Conan's out there. I hear you're starting a war. We'll be in this. We offer you strength in battle. It's in the third, and Nagato in the form of Kazuya. You said so. Why would Orange
Mask
be
as strong as White Mask?
I don't think there's an astronomical difference. And again, I think that statement can still apply.
Why do you think there's not an astronomical difference?
I just don't think it's an astronomical difference. What?
Why justify that?
I don't think there's nothing that's shown. Like, what is he gaining?
Okay,
what is he gaining? Like the six paths?
Does
he gain like the six paths of the Jinchuriki? Like what?
Yeah, he gets the Jinchuriki and the Rinnegan.
Yeah,
So
what is it? What is the difference?
Increase? No, you're presupposing there's no difference.
That's literally a negative. That's literally you would have to you would have to prove why it's significant.
Oh, I don't. I already explained earlier that you're presupposing that there's no difference, or at least not a significant difference.
No, that's not what I said. I said I do not. Hold on, I'm not making an argument. I'm saying from what I've seen, I do not see why there should be an astronomical difference. I'm on the negative side. For you to claim, for you to claim that there's something that it is, you'd have to prove this positive. This is like simple debate logic, bro.
No. Okay, Deadboy, right? You brought up the instance of Kabuto interacting with Orange Mask, right? Then to say that Kabuto has knowledge on Obito's strength, right? Yeah. So with that, an entailment of that would be that Orange Mask and White Mask have the same strength or relative strength. You are presupposing this to be the case.
Yeah, because wait. Do you know why? Do you know why I presuppose that to be the case?
Why?
Because I said I would have no reason to assume otherwise. That means you'd have to give me a reason.
You're presupposing it from ignorance?
No, that means you have to give me a reason. That means you'd have to give me. That literally means you would have to give me a reason. I can't literally. That's literally a negative for me to show you why he wouldn't get any stronger. What? You have to show me why he would get. You just have to show me why he would get stronger.
No, I don't. You literally do.
You literally do. I'm not affirming anything. I'm not affirming anything.
Just because this,
that's also very disanalogous. Hold on. That's also very disanalogous. Hold on. You just tried to rap because I didn't even know that was Orange Mask. So I don't know why you just tried to lie.
So do you want to drop it now then? Since now you know that it's Orange Mask.
Did I ever say that?
Okay, then how is that disanalogous?
It is disanalogous. You said I was under the hold on. Your argument was willingly, knowingly that it's Orange Mask Obito. You made a comparison between their two strengths. I thought it was White Mask Obito. Okay. Now I'm saying from what I've seen, I don't see it. Hold on, bro. I'm saying for what I've seen, I don't see why he would be anybody be an astronomical, difference in strengths. Literally, that's literally what I'm saying. It's not that hard to understand, bro.
Deadboy. Now that you know that it was Orange Mask Obito,
I'm not.
Can I talk?
I'm just saying I can't prove negative.
Now that you know that it's Orange Mask Obito, are you going to continue to presuppose that White Mask and Orange Mask?
I can't prove a negative.
You got to drop that.
I can't prove a negative.
Okay, Deadboy, are you going to drop then? Are you going to drop
No, I'm not. No. I mean, you're not going to force me to do anything. You're not going to force me to do anything. Hold on, you're not going to force me to do. Hold on. You're not going to force me to do anything. You're not going to force me to do anything. Like I said, right? I cannot prove a negative. It's not that hard to understand.
This isn't a negative. I've explained why you asserted this.
I explained why. I explained why. I literally explained why it's a negative multiple times.
No, you all you said was you have no reason to believe, which is an argument from ignorance. I don't care.
Yes, I have no. Okay. Hold on. That's not a presupposition. I'm not supposing anything. Hold on, no, it's not. I'm saying based off of what I've seen or based off what has been said within this debate, I have no reason to assume why to be an astronomical difference. That is literally a negative for me to go prove something for it not to be. You would have to prove why it is the case. It's not that hard for you to understand. for you to prove why someone would have gotten an amp or stronger, that is literally a positive. You're affirming that. All I'm saying is I have no reason to assume otherwise. Literally, I have no reason to assume why he's stronger, so I'm gonna go with the simplest explanation to say he's the same strength. It's not that hard to understand.
Explanation. That's just ignorance.
That's not ignorance at all.
You're saying that because you can see anything
okay. Hold on. If it's ignorance, if I'm lacking in knowledge, why don't you affirm, make an affirmative, tell me why he got stronger?
I have to. I already explained why I don't have to. Look,
all right, I'm not going back and forth at this point. I think I won this one.
Okay. So. Well, I'm gonna say my argument one more time so you understand it, and if you want to address anything more about it, then you can. Right? You are presupposing this to be the case. Do you disagree with that idea?
Obviously, I disagree with opposite
stances. You disagree that you're presupposing it? So you wait.
Yeah,
then if you're presupposing it,
Weka, you just don't understand. You don't understand basic logic. You don't.
Yeah, I do.
You do. So what is a supposition? What is a supposition?
When you suppose something.
What is a presupposition?
When you suppose something at the start of your argument, when you tactically assume something to be the case.
Hold on. So what? So repeat. Okay. So directly. So hold on, Weka. Directly, how I worded it is retarded for you to say that I have to prove it. I'll explain why. Directly, how I worded it, right? I said, well, based off what I've known right now in the confines of this debate, I would have no reason to assume otherwise why he's gotten stronger. Is that me supposing something, or is that me saying based off what's presented in this debate, I would have no reason to assume anything other than what's been supposed? That's why the most simplest explanation, as so far has been presented in this debate, is the best. Which the simplest explanation is that I have no evidence to say he gotten stronger, so I'll simply, since that would be something extraordinary, that'd be a change within the character. I would just have to say the character stayed the same. If it's a change or affirmative within the character, if it's a change within the character, then it would be affirmative. I'm saying based off what I've seen and based on what's been presented so far in this debate, he's staying the same. I don't like stamina debating. That's what I had to say multiple times.
Nothing within this debate alludes to the idea that he is not the same. You're saying because there is no evidence for this, right? Or within this debate, there is no evidence, then that's the contrary. That doesn't support the contrary.
You're shifting the goalpost, so you're trying to flip the burden back on me. The burden of proof is on you. And again, I'll just use Hitchens razors. I think it's Hitchens razor, right? I'm tripping.
Hitchens razor?
Is it Hitchens or Occam? What it? I don't care. I don't have to explain.
I asked you to explain why it's the simplest explanation.
I'll just use Hitchens razor, literally.
Yeah, I've asked you to explain why that's the simplest explanation. You're saying because there's no evidence.
I did multiple times. We can conclude. I'm not going to stand in the debate. We can conclude.
Okay. Can you clarify?
No, I'm not saying it again. I said it 3 times. I'll be damned if I say it a 4th.
I don't think you did. Just say it one more time.
Damned if I say it a 4th. If I said it 3 times, I'll be damned if I say it a 4th. Can we move on?
No, just
move on. I don't feel like arguing over the same thing, bro. We've been on the same point for 15 minutes. My argument's not changing. I said the same thing from the jump.
When did you explain why there not being evidence for one thing to be the case, or there's no evidence presented?
I explained it 3 separate times. Again, I explained it 3 separate times, Weka.
Just because there are
3 separate times.
Deadboy, I'm
not explaining myself again. I'll explain it 3 separate times. Can we go to conclusions or no?
You didn't explain it. You never once.
You can think that I never explained something, but that's your ignorance right there. That's your ignorance. Can we move on? I'm not.
You never explained why there not being evidence.
All right, if you don't think I never did that, why can't we just move on? If you don't think I never did that,
the contrary.
If you don't think I never did that, why don't you just move on?
I don't think you said it.
If you don't think I did this thing, why don't we just move on? If you don't think I did that, why don't we just move on? I'm not repeating myself. We've been in circles for I'm not skimming it to be.
If you're not going to then I'll dismiss it.
That's not how debating works. I've said multiple times. I don't have to repeat myself the 4th time. That's not a dismissal. The fuck? I guess you missed class because bitch.
Okay,
pass the bell. The fuck wrong?
Times. You didn't say shit. Prove you said it 3 times.
Frosty, can you make us move on? I said I had to say 3 times. I'm not repeating myself a 4th time.
Yeah, I feel you.
Wait, right. Frosty, when did he say it? Frosty, when did he clarify
Frosty,
it?
Did you not hear me explain myself 3 separate times?
One thing supports the truth value of the contrary.
Hey man, that done recording, yeah. So we alright.
All right. Literally. Thank you. We can just move on.
Okay. Do you want to? Okay, sure.
Just move on.
We can move on, I guess. Anyways, right? Like, I can support why there's a difference between White Mask and Orange Mask.
So I'm about to get so mad. So I'm about to get so mad. We just had a whole argument upon me saying that you never did this, and you was gonna do this the whole time. Why didn't you just leave arguing that support the fucking?
How do you know I didn't? How do you know I didn't just discover the scan right now?
Stop wasting my time. What I said, which I know you didn't listen to what I said, you're being dumb. What I said, based off what's presented in this debate, I would have no reason to assume why he got stronger.
That's an argument from ignorance.
Why didn't you from the jump? Gave me the proof that he got stronger. That's how you know you fucking lost that shit, bro. Go ahead, give me your proof, bro. You're so fucking you're wasting my time. You're wasting my fucking time. Go ahead, support it. Literally support it. I don't care.
You know the scan about the Renegon holding more chakra, holding significant amounts of chakra to the point Obito almost lost himself. I'm asking you if you know it.
No, send the scan.
Why don't you? Oh my god.
Why don't I know it? Send the fucking scan. The hell?
Calm down. It's not deep. It's chill.
You just wasting my fucking time.
It's all love. Oh fuck's sake! Let me go find this shit.
Let me know when you send it, bro.
Alright.
Are you talking about the Edo statement, Weka? Because I have it right here.
No, statement that says the Renegon, like Obito says, the Renegon held like so much chakra that he almost went insane. Shut up, Diddy. I'm desperate, bro. Diddy and all. Oh yeah, I found it.
Go ahead.
I got you.
Weka Islamic is a crazy name.
So basically, right. I can like read it out for you. Well, I'm sure you can read it.
I'll just read it.
Even this one eyes chakra and ocular powers are so strong I started losing myself.
I'll just read it, bro.
I'm not the original owner. Was able to
even this one eye chakra, this one eye chakra,
it's horrible.
Power is so strong I started losing myself.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I'm not the original owner. Yeah, bro. That doesn't mean that they give this person an amplification, bro.
It does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It literally is reference to the chakra that the ocular powers hold. Do you know what ocular powers the Renegon have? No.
What did you say? Can you?
It's in reference to the chakra that the ocular powers hold. Do you know what
ocular powers? You mean like
powers, the eye powers?
Like
yes.
Renegon abilities?
Yes, the Renegon abilities. It's in literally reference to the Renegon abilities.
That's not what it says. There's one of them says.
Yeah, it doesn't have to say that. It doesn't have to say that. But if you have a brain, you can read. If you have a brain, you can read. You can tell that. If you have a brain, you can read. You can tell that. And the ocular powers are so. The ocular powers are so strong. I started losing myself. Hold on. It's in reference. It's literally in reference to the abilities that Renegon hold, and that the abilities itself are strong. Nowhere on here does it give a Nowhere on here does it say the person's stats gets fucking stronger at all.
Okay, Deadboy, right? So it actually it is clarified within the scan about the Renegon powers, the ocular powers, but it says this one eyes chakra and ocular powers. So there's a difference between the one eyes chakra and the ocular powers.
Okay, why does that mean it's a stat increase?
Okay, chakra increases stats.
Why?
Sure.
Why? You can have it. Okay. Do you know they know that you have to like put the chakra into you have to amplify the chakra yourself?
What do you mean?
Let's say this like you would have to do something external for you to get this chakra amps.
You mean he has to amp himself with the chakra?
Yep. No. So basically the chakra that the thing already holds is probably just so strong. It's literally in reference. Nowhere does it say that it fucking gives you an amp. It's just saying that the chakra that it holds itself is so strong.
You know, like, okay, it would be in his best interest to like amp himself with the chakra within the eye, so it's most likely that he is.
Okay, well, so he has access to a pool that allows him to amplify his stats, but his physical
Yes.
stats, but his physical stats just doesn't rise. So he'd have
No,
to.
chakra
Hold on. So
increases
hold on.
physical
Wait a
stats.
minute. So hold on. He would have to do the regular fucking thing that Shinobi do, amplify themselves with their chakra. So again, you just fucking conceded to the fact that his physical stats doesn't just inherently go up. He has to personally do this thing externally. You can move on.
He has to, and yeah, that's fine. He would do this. Like, it's in his best interest to do this. Therefore,
So
he's
he just
likely
has,
doing that.
so he just has a higher chakra pool to amp himself with, but his
Okay, you're
physical.
ignoring my argument, dude.
Hold on. But his physical stats doesn't go up.
No, you can amp your physicality with chakra.
Okay.
What?
So he has a higher pool. He has a more pool of chakra to amp himself with, but his physical stats just don't go up. That's what you agreed to already.
His physical stats.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. If you just don't understand,
He can.
you don't understand.
He can just be
Like what?
He has a higher pool. Yeah, he's likely amping himself with this pool. That's
Yeah,
fine.
thank you. So again, you're
That's
arguing from
fine.
uncertain. They're arguing from uncertainty. The only certain thing that we know that characters in Naruto do is they have base stats and they just amplify themselves with chakra. Your initial argument is the Renegon would give people an amp. He does not get an amp. He just gets a higher pool of chakra to then amp himself with. His initial stats stay the fucking same. We can go to
His initial stats. No,
We can go to conclusions. We can go to conclusions. We can go to conclusions. We can go. We can move on. We can move on. We can move on.
No, we can't. Okay, Deadboy, right? Like, if he has this higher pool of chakra, then he's amping himself with it. And you said initially, right? You said initially, right? That's what you said. So even if I like Steelman, that initially he's the same, he would still in this debate or in this battle, right? It's likely that he would be amping himself with it like during the fight. Like,
okay, so Kabuto's statement still applies. You fucking retard.
no, it doesn't.
That's fucking
It
retarded.
doesn't. If he amps
That's
himself
fucking
with the chakra,
retarded.
then it's a different
That's
Obito.
fucking retarded. Yes, his argument, his Kabuto's statement literally implies. You said that the Ronnegan gives someone a stat amp. When they put it in your fucking eye, they just get amps. It's not what happened. You did not fulfill your burden. All you showing me is that when you put it in your eyes, it has a higher chakra pool for you to just amplify yourself with, right? We know that characters in Naruto fucking amp themselves with chakra. That's just so fucking retarded. So Kabuto's statement still applies. Literally. It's fine. There's no significant difference between his strength or speed. He could just amp himself more because they have a higher pool.
But you know, chakra amps your speed.
But
Like,
can we move on?
Are you dumb? If he has this higher chakra pool, chakra amps speed, he uses this chakra to amp his speed, then there's a distinction between white mask and orange mask, so you can't correlate them. What the fuck?
You're just not listening to me.
That shit.
You're just not listening to me.
Yes, I am. I've like listened to every argument you've made.
Can we move on?
Within this point. No, we can't. Are you not going to address what I've said?
I've already addressed it earlier, like what I said. I don't.
Okay,
like
so you agree he's faster and stronger?
Are you dumb, stupid, or retarded? If I said I already, so if someone said they already addressed something, is that an agreement to you, or is that them trying to move on because they think they've already refuted the fuck you had to say? The fuck? I don't want to debate you.
You haven't addressed
I don't want to debate you for an hour. Can we move on? Based off
okay,
what I previously
said. All you said was.
Okay. Stop trying to stamina debate me. If you don't not think I responded, then you win. But I know I responded. So can we move on?
I'm just gonna clarify like what's been said, right? So what you said was initially his physicality without he has a larger chakra pool with the Rinnegan. He can amp himself with the Rinnegan. He can make himself faster and stronger with the chakra pool that the Rinnegan gives him. He has the Rinnegan chakra pool. It's in his best interest to amp himself with that chakra. Within the battle, he would be amping himself with that chakra, so he would be faster and stronger. You understand?
That doesn't respond to what I initially said. I think I won this point. Can we move on?
All you said was initially at the start you wouldn't be stronger.
You can still. I'm not stamina debating. First, can you make us move on?
You can say that, but you're not addressing my argument.
Can you make us move on, Frosty? Because I've already said what I had to say. I'm not going to talk this nigga for fucking 2 more hours.
Yeah, like I won that point. So it's just your earlier scaling doesn't apply. I've broken your scale.
You not win this point. You said what?
I said let's write this point up, yo.
Okay, yeah, I've already it's in the
go
record. Frosty, it's in the record. Frosty, are you gonna rewatch the recording for the whole debate?
Yeah, I got y'all.
Yeah, it's in the recording. You'll see why I won this point. All right, do you want to like? All right, what else? What else do we go into?
I want to conclude on this. I want to give my conclusion. Right. So Deadboy is in agreement that when using the chakra of the Rinnegan, he is stronger and faster. Deadboy's problem was that his physical stats, when not using the chakra pool, would stay the same. And I said, I explained why, that within the fight, he would, in fact, be amping himself, so he will be stronger. Just because like he has to amp himself with the chakra doesn't mean anything. I explained why he will, so yeah.
All right, I explained what I explained. It's in the recording.
Okay. What are you gonna move on to then? Do you want to go to my scaling?
No, if I lose my scaling, I lose the debate. I don't care.
No, I want to scale.
No. If I lose my scaling, I lose the debate.
Obito reacts to stuff that Madara.
If I lose my scaling, I lose the debate. Like what the hell? I'm not stamina debating you. I don't want to debate. I don't want to stamina debate. If I lose if I lose my scaling, I lose the debate. You're trying to stamina. I don't know if you like my voice. I'm not stamina debating you. If I lose the scaling, I lose the debate. If I lose my scaling, I lose the debate. Do you think you refuted my scaling? If you think you refuted my scaling, then we can move on. I think like what the hell is not that hard to understand.
Okay, I'm allowed to scale as well. Like what?
I'm not, bro. Like, you like talking to niggas for hours?
You can
but you like
my
talking
argument if you
want.
want.
You like talking to niggas for hours, bro?
Anyways, I presented my argument. Are you gonna address what I said?
Bro, what the fuck do you say, bro?
Wait, I went out of my way to make sure you heard. Are you impeding the dialectic?
Like, what did you say?
Wait, no, you didn't clarify your arguments earlier when I said it. I made sure.
I said it because do you know the reason why? Because I said it 3, 4. I said it 3. Hold on, Weka. I said it 3. I said it. Hold on, Weka. I said it because I repeated my argument 3 to 4 separate times, and it's in the recording. I repeated myself 3 to 4 separate times. You just said it once. Can you repeat yourself again or no?
Okay, I explain why I don't have to. I explain why you're actually impeding the dialectic.
Okay, so again, you're impeding the dialectic. The reason why you're repeating the dialectic is because I really didn't hear you as I was focused on something else. While I was talking, you then spurted out your hold on. When I was talking, you then spurted out your argument. The difference is between this Weka, right? Is me fucking saying I said it 3 to 4 separate times. You respond to me. I say it one last time. Then you fucking say that, oh, I don't think you responded. How did you respond? So you impeded the dialectic. We're not doing this weird fucking loser meta debating shit. It's so fucking retarded, bro. That's why I fucking said if I win my fucking scaling, I win a debate. You said hold on. You sneakled in your argument within that. I couldn't hear you. So based off being able to hear you, so I'm talking at the same time. No, a debate is a fucking sentence. It's supposed to come to a conclusion, right? The only reason why I didn't repeat myself because I said it 5 times. I said my shit 5 separate times. I said it 5 separate times. You responded to me every single time. Can I respond to your argument or no?
Okay.
Are you going to reach your argument or no?
Let me talk. You're not letting me respond.
Are you going to respond to your argument or no?
Shut up.
Are you going to reach your argument or no?
You said that you were focusing on something else when I said my argument. That is not my fault. We're within the dialectic. I went out of my way to make sure you can hear my argument. It is on your.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Going out of your way to make sure I can hear it is you repeating yourself. Hold on. You didn't. Hold on.
It's horrible.
You're going out your way. You're going out your way. Is you repeating yourself so you can make me hear. I made myself. Hold on. I repeated myself 4 or 5
just impeding the dialectic
times so you can hear me. Is your retardation why you don't understand?
Deadboy, I don't have to have the same standard just because you're generous, right? You can be generous, like I appreciate that. That doesn't mean I have to do the same for you. When I've explained why I don't have to.
So you just explained that you didn't go out your way to make me hear your argument. So you said an argument that I couldn't hear. By definition, that's impeding the dialectic. You're saying something that I can't possibly respond to. You just conceded again. You're fucking retarded. You're fucking retarded. You're fucking retarded. Literally, you're fucking retarded. You're retarded as fuck. You're retarded as fuck. You just sat here and told me. You just sat here and told me you said an argument. It's not my fault that you're not kind enough for me to hear it again. I was kind enough for you to hear my argument 4 to 5 separate fucking times. We can go to conclusions. I already won.
No.
Frosty. Do you how do you feel about this, bro? Do you think it can be dependent upon the first point, or do you think he can repeat himself? Because we're just not going anywhere.
No, don't appeal to the judge. This is an argument we have to make.
I'm appealing to the judge. You can shut the fuck up and be quiet.
This is an argument we have to make.
Frosty, bro, because we're going to be sitting here. We're going to sit here for another hour or two. That's what I'm not going to do.
It's going to be done in 5 minutes if you actually address my arguments. You're not addressing my arguments.
Frosty, do you want him to repeat? Hold on, I'm trying to talk to you as a judge, right? I'm trying to talk to you as a judge. Frosty, do you want him to repeat his argument?
I can't really hear the Weka guy keep talking. Yeah.
All right. Frosty, do you want us to do you want him to repeat his argument so I can hear it and understand it, or do you just want it to be dependent on like the first part? Because I was saying if I lose my, stop cutting me, shut the fuck up, bro. Be quiet, bro. Or do you want it to be like to make it easier on you? I said if I lose my scaling, I lose the whole entire debate. If I win it, then I obviously will win the debate because there's like concrete. So Frosty, what do you think, bro? Just to make it easier on you.
Okay, Frosty. Let me talk, and before you,
Frosty,
wait. Hey, let me say something. Let me say something to Frosty as well.
I was just talking to bro. Can you just answer my question?
Now he has what you're saying in mind. Now
no, he did not. Can you just be quiet? I'm not even talking.
He heard what you said. Now let me talk to him.
Frosty, can you answer my question, bro? I'm not like, bro. Are you gonna Frosty? Are you gonna sit here and watch me for 2 hours?
Stop trying to persuade the judge. Like he's about to
be quiet, bro. That's why, like, I hate.
He needs to hear what I have to say. You're misconstruing the situation. You're misconstruing the situation.
Bro, I'm not want to debate you for 3 hours.
You are misconstruing the situation.
I don't want to debate you for 3 hours.
That's why I need to clarify to the judge.
So when I try to clarify to the judge, you cut me off.
No, I didn't. He heard you.
Yes, you did. Okay, can he give us response to what I fucking said or
not? No, because I need to talk first.
You need to talk before what?
Say something to him. Because you're misconstruing what happened within the debate, and if he's going to just go off what you said,
what did I misconstrue? Yeah,
I got you.
Frosty, quote unquote, Frosty, to make it easy on you, if I lose my first part of my scaling, I lose the debate. But if I quite obviously win the debate.
Frosty, yeah, well, it's too bad. That's too bad that you acknowledged and tried to address my argument.
Frosty, what do you want to do? You want to just
no, we can't appeal to Frosty on this one because you're not giving him
he's a judge.
In accordance to the debate. You're backtracking. You're backtracking. You're backtracking.
What do you want to do? Frosty, what do you want to do?
Concession. That's an auto concession, Deadboy.
That's a concession. Yo.
Let me talk.
Hold up. One at a time.
Let me say something before you agree. Let me talk. I'll go first, right? Okay? So what Deadboy was trying to tell you is not in accordance with what actually happened in the debate. He's saying that if he loses his scaling, then he loses the debate, right? But within the dialectic, I presented an argument that he tried to address, meaning that he tried to address my argument, and now he's trying to appeal to you to say that, no, this is not needed, which is backtracking when he tried to address my argument earlier. So, yeah. Which was presented within the dialectic. Then I gave him the chance to address it. He was focusing on something else. That's not my fault. He's impeding the dialectic. That's not on me. I made sure he could hear it, but then he didn't. He can't justify why I'm obligated to restate it. So it's just really bad for Deadboy.
Okay. Frosty, did you hear what you said?
A little bit.
Okay.
What do you mean a little bit? No, he said a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie. Please mute this nigga. Please.
No, I'm gonna use
it. Can you fix
I'll stop.
Like, please shut the fuck up. Like, I'm trying to talk the same way you just talking to him. Gotta talk to this nigga. All right, Frosty.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Well, Frosty, what happened was when I was debating, I said my shit 3 to 4 to 5 separate times in the recording. I made it so you can hear it. The actual thing is he responds to what I'm saying, but he's not responding accurately. Then I say we can move on. I've already said what I had to say. He says, can you repeat yourself? I said it 3 to 4 to 5 separate times, and you responded to what I had to say, right? Then he was like, okay, then he made us move on. Before he even starts talking, I say that no, I don't think you need to go into your scaling because I feel like if I won my first point, then I win a debate. While I'm trying to explain why I think that, He then cuts me off. Not even that. He throws the argument in there that I possibly can't hear because I'm trying to establish this prerequisite that's obviously important to this debate. He then throws it in there. I says, you restated I didn't hear you. You said I'm not obligated to make you hear anything. I let you understand what is the debate. He says I made you understand it. I said it's not possible because I didn't hear it. You then said it's not my fault. I said I gave you the credence and respect to repeat myself multiple times. He said I don't have to. So he's impeding the dialectic because he's saying an argument that I possibly can't respond to. The difference is that he actually responded to me. So Frosty, do you just want to watch over this point to see who won this shit, bro? I think it's over, bro. Literally.
I'm fine with him watching over.
Yeah, if you think you won and he think you won, I could just go.
All right. Yeah, I think I won. Yeah. I think I won. Yeah. We can. I'm saying we can leave it all to you.
I leave it up to Frosty. That's fine. I do want to conclude on it though, as to why. Like, you can give your conclusion.
We just literally sat there and
conclusion.
You just like hearing yourself talk.
No, I told him why something else. I'm going to conclude on the point that we're now leaving up to the judge. Like, what? Okay. Anyways, I'll conclude now. Right. So within the dialectic, which we're still in, I made an argument. He said, and I made sure everyone heard it. I try to make sure he heard it, but he was focusing on something else. It's really bad for Frosty because, not Frosty, my bad, Deadboy, because I made sure that Deadboy could hear it, yet he was focused on something else. That is the definition of impeding the dialectic. He's purposely not hearing my argument. That is his fault. That is not my fault. And he actually tried to get me to restate my argument. You know that what that means? That is that he's trying to address my argument. Yet he came back to you to try and say, "Do you agree?" Like, drop this point, right? When he tried it, that's backtracking as well. So he would have lost from impeding the dialectic and backtracking on this point. So yeah. You want to conclude Deadboy or not?
No, I don't. I have no reason to keep talking about this debate that I've already won. Okay. Yeah, Frosty, you can just tell me who won. If I won,
I'll send Frosty the recording later.
Yeah, just send me the recording. I watch it.
No.